Hi guys, this isn't a video of me teaching how to use Clip Studio Paint, which is the software I'm using right now to do this drawing or anything. I'm not an expert. I'm actually working on my first webcomic right now, and I'm just learning how to use the program. I'm just learning how to use a Wacom. I'm more of a writer. That is the skill I have, and I've been drawing as a hobby for a few years, like just for fun. But when it comes to digital, I'm just learning to do that. And actually you can see on the screen how I'm messing up. Most of the things I'm doing on this video, I just learned how to do them like a few weeks ago or months ago. So I'm going to be posting my webcomic on the website Webtoon, and I keep finding new things that I have to do in order to do that. So the last thing that I found out is that I had to do a thumbnail, and I guess I could like just take one drawing for the chapter that I'm working on, but I wanted to do something special for some reason, so I designed this cover. And one thing that I'm really bad at is places. But one thing I read is that you shouldn't just like avoid drawing things you don't like, because they're difficult for you, of course, because you don't get inspired to draw them. But you can. It's just impossible to have a comic without places. Like the actions have to happen somewhere. So even though it's going to be in a pretty like webtoony fashion, like small like squares, like that, it actually helps a lot to hide my hate for drawing places. I still have to draw them. So what I did for this cover page that I'm designing here was that I decided to put something very iconic. So I googled that this story happens in a very specific city, that is Santiago de Chile, which is a Latin American city. And I found postcards that were drawn, and all of them showed basically the same things, and specifically one building that is very iconic here in the city. So I decided just to draw something like that, and it's pretty basic line art, but just so you can get a sense of where this story happens. But the rest of the art, when it comes to places and the rest inside the comic, it's not going to be in this fashion. I'm going to be putting more effort in that, and it's going to be more in sync with the design of the characters, probably. Still, it's not going to be that much elaborated. What I like to draw is people. That is what I enjoy. So, and sadly, I'm sorry to say this, but when it comes to draw and art in general, I think the motivation that you have to do something, it shows. So that's one thing, and I just don't like to spend time drawing places. And also that's one thing, and this is like my first project, and I don't want to commit to a format that I won't be able to sustain. Already I'm only going to be able to post once a month, which I thought it was alright, but I've read that that's pretty slow. Like there's people that post like many times a week, but I don't have the time. I don't have the skills. I'm doing all of this by myself, and I have a full-time job, and I'm doing it because I love it, and I want to do it till the end, finish the story and do it well. So if I try to go for something like too difficult or too elaborated, that takes me, I don't know, like 18 or to 16 hours to draw one scene, is not going to be sustainable for me to do 10 chapters, 100 pages that I'm planning for the story. Might be more, I don't know, might be less. So there's that. You can see that all of what I'm doing on the screen is basically try and error. So that's another thing. I'm probably going to be getting better each chapter, which might be weird, but I'm sorry, it's a learning process. So I'm hoping to be able to post the first chapter at the end of this month. Maybe the first half of the next one. This first chapter might be slower because I'm learning to do everything and I'm just finding new things I have to do, but after that I should find a rhythm. And it's going to be a slice of life mixed with a bit of crime. It's going to be a bit dark story. But after I finish all the drawing and coloring, I'm planning to do a motion comic to do like a sort of trailer of the story, but I'll have to see how that goes. I've done motion comics before, but I have to see if the drawings I have are enough, or I have to draw more. Might have to do some more scenes, so that might come later, like in a month or 2 months more. So there's that. Bye.